Hey everyone, it's Danielle du Plessis, your wellness coach from Cape Town, South Africa. I hope you have all had a really amazing weekend. Guys, we've had such amazing weather in Cape Town this weekend, and I made sure I was out there getting some sun, some vitamin D, exercising, and just doing some things that are really good for my body and for my mental health. And I hope you guys did too. You know, it was such beautiful weather, and it's so therapeutic to be in nature. So I hope you guys got some time to be outdoors. Guys, today I wanted to talk about staying positive when we are surrounded by negativity, or when we are in a negative situation. Now, I know there's a lot of negative things going around with the pandemic and people losing their jobs and families worried about, you know, what's going to happen and where they're going to end up. And I thought it would be a very good topic to speak about today. You know, staying positive. So here are just a few tips, 4 or 5 tips that I think are very helpful in staying positive in a negative situation. The first one is practicing gratitude and positive affirmations. So when you get up in the morning, you know, are your first thoughts about what's wrong in your life? Or are the first thoughts about what you have to be grateful for? You know, I know it's not easy to do this, and especially when there's so much thoughts and negative thoughts, particularly, and when we're worried and we've just got a little bit of anxiety. But if you don't start somewhere, or if you don't start now, it's never going to get easier. So when you get up in the morning, you know, just practice that gratitude and practice that positive self-talk. Find the things to be grateful for, you know, like whether it's a roof over your head, your health, your job, your partner, your children, you know, the fact that you've got a vehicle. Those things, guys, those are things to be grateful for, because a lot of people don't even have half of those. So, you know, practice looking for the things that you have in your life that you can be grateful for. And then also positive self-talk. You know, do you look in the mirror every morning, or when you wake up, do you say to yourself, oh goodness, I look terrible, or oh my goodness, I wish I was more thinner, or I wish I would lose more weight? You know, how are you talking to yourself as a person? You know, are you constantly feeding your mind and your soul with negative thoughts and really degrading thoughts about yourself? Or are you saying positive stuff to yourself? Like, I'm blessed, I'm healthy, I'm beautiful, I'm talented, I'm attracting positive things and good things in my life. Now, how are you starting? How are you talking to yourself? Because that has such a huge impact on how we view ourselves and also on our mindsets. So those are 2 very big things, guys. So starting your day off with gratitude and also positive self-talk. Okay? The third thing is finding the positives in a negative situation. And just as an example, you know, let's say you are meant to be at a meeting at 9 o'clock and you got there only at 9:20 because of really bad traffic. Are you just going to look at the situation as being one-sided and negative, or are you actually going to look for the positives? You know, maybe just instead of thinking about how late you were, maybe you can say to yourself, hang on, maybe I would have been in a car accident. Maybe I would have been hijacked or robbed. You know, and maybe those few minutes where I was delayed actually saved me from those things happening. You know, I don't know if that is in fact the truth, if those things did save you from being late. But you know what, guys? You just don't know. And that's the beauty of it. So you have to train your mind to see the positives in a negative situation. And the more you do it, the more it becomes habit, and the more it becomes routine. And before you know it, you'll catch yourself doing this more often than not. So try and find the light, so to speak, in a dark situation. Okay. The third one is surrounding yourself with the right company or the right people. Now, believe it or not, but the people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your mindset and how you view things. You know, maybe you've been with a group of people for so long, you've gotten accustomed to their behavior and their negative talk and their negative energy. But that's something we should never get accustomed to. You know, the more we are around people like this, the more we become like that. You know, there's a saying that goes, you know, you're known by the circle you keep. The circle you keep. So is your circle one that's constantly negative and constantly up to no good and just destructive? Or is the circle you're surrounded by actually good for your mental health? Are they good for your soul? Are they encouraging? Are they positive? Do they want the best for you? You know, who are the people you surround yourself with? Who are the people you seek advice from? Very, very important, guys. You know, and sometimes when we come to the realization that, hang on, maybe I've been surrounding myself with the wrong people for a long time, it's a very, very sobering thought, because in most instances, that'll mean we have to break away from them. You know, especially if the relationship is toxic for us and for our mental health. So definitely start thinking about that one quite closely as well. Who is in your circle? Okay? And the other one, or the last tip I wanted to mention, is staying present. Now, often the reason we are so negative, or the reason we have negative thoughts, is because we're thinking 3 weeks, 3 years ahead, instead of just focusing on the now, today. You know, we're so concerned and we're so anxious about where we're going to be in the next few years, or how things are going to work out, that we don't realize that focusing on the day, or focusing on today, is all that you need to do to get you one step closer to where you need to be. You know, if we all started thinking and stressing about where am I going to be in 3 years' time, or 3 months' time, or 3 decades' time, we'd all be negative and we'd all be worried, you know. But if you just focus on today, focus on the here and now and the present, and just take it one day at a time, you will reach where you need to be when you need to be there. Okay, so try and just make sure you're focused on the present constantly. Don't think ahead, focus on today. Okay. Guys, I hope those tips help you. Please let me know how they go if you start incorporating them. I know they've done some wonders for me, but I'm curious to hear how they work for you. Please let me know. And if you really like my video, please do like and subscribe at the end. And if there's anyone who needs to talk about anything, you know, please see my website below, and I'll be more than happy to have a chat and set up a session with you. But that's it from me today, guys. Have a wonderful rest of Sunday, and we'll chat in the week.